Hello, party people. My name is Clarence Napier, the president at Strategic Consulting Experts, formerly 321 Biz Development, a company I started in California back on November 1st, 2014. And I decided to change the name since I will be starting an LLC in the state of Georgia around January 1st, 2026. And 321 Biz Development, now Strategic Consulting Experts. We are the home of mastering the 5 front-end sales activities, which include contacting, prospecting, setting appointments, closing, and getting zero-cost referrals. I am also an insurance broker in 12 states. And that's Washington, California, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. But I wanted to definitely, combine the consulting business with the insurance business. And by the way, the businesses that we support are primarily white-collar small business owners like accountants, CPAs, attorneys, dentists, plastic surgeons, financial advisors, real estate brokers, and many blue-collar business owners such as electricians, plumbers, floor tilers, home builders, or pretty much any business owner that sells a product at $1,000 or higher, or the business owner makes $1,000 or more in commission. So I've done probably over 1,000 episodes, and you can find this episode under Strategic Consulting Experts, or you might be able to find it under 321 Biz Dev. And some people ask me, well, Clarence, how many people have called you after listening to your episodes? And the answer is very few, probably less than 20. But that's not the reason why I make these episodes. I make these episodes so I can build a library to send these episodes to my clients once I call them. When I call them, then I can point them to a specific episode that helps them with their particular sales system issue, areas where they are falling short in sales activities. Now, the reason why I know people are not going to call me is because I am not a big fan of social media. I am not a big fan of artificial intelligence. And that's because artificial intelligence and social media, especially when it comes to big ticket items, sold by small business owners, not mega corporations like Apple, Disney, Carnival Cruise, not mega corporations. I'm talking about the small business owner that may have, 10 employees, may have 20, 40 employees, may do $20 million, $10 million in annual revenue. And the reason why that segment is so unique and not able to capitalize on social media and artificial intelligence is because that group, between like 10, 20 million, maybe 5 million, there are so many competitors. So you have to look at, well, suppose all of those competitors, and I'm talking about maybe 2,000 dentists in Philadelphia, 300 accountants, CPAs in Sacramento, 50 plastic surgeons in Orange County, California, 2,000 electricians in Dallas, Texas. If everyone is using AI or social media, then the business owners are in the same spot they were in before. Consumers will still say, oh, there's Joe's electrician business. There's Mary's dental practice. Here is Maria's accounting service. They're in the same boat that they were in. And, when I put together 321 Biz Development in November 1st, 2014, I studied a lot of consumer psychologists who wrote papers saying that when the ticket price of an item is high, most people make buying decisions based on personal attributes of that vendor, of that salesperson. And so that has been proven true since 2014. Plus, I just want to let people know this. We are now in a new era where there's a lot of economic stuff going on. There's tariffs and stuff going on. There's Amazon. That company has decimated the mom and pop businesses, and they're planning on using AI even more. Then there's all different types of things that people are trying to get a grasp on, that the changes that have happened since 2010 with technology. But here's the bottom line. If you want to grow your business, if you want to increase your sales, and that includes my business, you must know your numbers. Because knowing your numbers is the essence of growing and increasing sales revenue. And sometimes business owners say, well, I have my certificate in accounting, I have my doctor's degree in medical, medical like plastic surgery, I have my dental degree, I went to Seattle Pacific University, I went to Temple, I went to Yale, I went to Harvard, I went to Florida State, I went to LSU, I went to Stanford. But guess what? That doesn't matter, because your competitors have the same degrees and the same certificates. So knowing your numbers is the essence of growing your business, but you must have numbers. In other words, if you think you don't have to contact anyone in your business and you're trying to make $300,000, $400,000 a year, you might be mistaken if you think you don't have to do anything, because your competitors, maybe 5% of the people in a certain industry, they're doing it. And they are making contacts with people. They are prospecting people. They have great closing strategies. And by the way, when you have a great closing strategy, those prospects who now become clients will refer their friends, family, and colleagues to the business owner that gave them the great sales experience. And that's a fact. So like I was saying, I don't make these podcast episodes so the public can say, oh boy, that's a great episode that Clarence just did, let me call him. No, it doesn't work that way. I still need to call and business owners on the phone, and it's very easy, by the way, to do that. Or I have to make contact with people in the public face to face. And I'm very good at that because I trained myself how to do it, and I can train you how to do it. I have so many examples of how I've done it. I have so many examples of how I have trained others to do it. I have so many examples where people were shocked that they have to contact people in public or pick up the phone and do business owner to business owner phone calls. So as I wrap it up, what does this mean to you if you're listening to this episode and I sent it to you? Because I already know if you're listening to this episode willy-nilly and I never made contact with you, what's going to happen? You're going to say, that's great information. Maybe one day I will try it, but that one day will never come. I already know it. I mean, the reason why I say I know it, because if I think pie in the sky, that some type of technology, some type of artificial intelligence, some great social media post is going to bring business in for me, it has not happened on a large scale. I would say maybe, 5 out of 1,000 over a 10-year period. Now, granted, my particular product is not for everyone. I probably only attract the most motivated small business owners that are looking for solutions. Just quickly, a person that had a very high-end tile and flooring business in Oakland, California. We met at a coffee shop. I'm doing my thing, he's doing his thing. He was a Ukrainian guy, and he asked me a question. He goes, "Oh, I see your business card." He goes, "What is a sales system, Clarence?" And this guy said he heard about sales systems, but he was not able to find someone either in person or using YouTube, all these YouTube videos out there. He could not find a person to describe or to explain what a sales system was. 2 weeks later, he took my 6 to 9 hour training. And at the very beginning of the training, within 30 minutes, he said, "Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong." And just to give you an example of what he told me, or just tell you exactly what he told me, he said he would tell people his pricing at the very beginning. And the most common response from the people that he told, the potential customers that he told, was, "Oh, that price is too high." And that's going to be like 90%, 95% of the feedback that people will give a business owner, because they have nothing attached to that quote. They have no particular quality attachment. They have no emotional attachment. They know nothing about the business owner other than having the website, the phone number, and maybe the business owner's name. So moving forward, as I close, Strategic Consulting Experts and myself as an insurance broker, either or, we have packages, we have packages for small business owners that want us to be their insurance broker for their company. And we have packages for business owners that just want the training. The discounted packages are priced if we are your insurance broker, and the full price if we are not your insurance broker. And that pricing includes follow-on months, priced monthly when people need follow-up training. And you will need follow-up training, because there is a 6-month learning curve when you make the decision that you want to control your business, you want to control and be able to prospect and contact. And we do have a final feature if you want to hire us to do about 2 to 3 hours a month of calling for your business. We prefer that we train you to do it yourself. Now, that calling service comes after you complete our 6 to 9 hour training, because even if we call, you still will need to have the information on how to close. So anyway, my name is Clarence Napier, Strategic Consulting Experts. You can reach me at 650-370-1099, 650-370-1099, 650-370-1099, website strategicconsultingexperts.com, and we will be an LLC in the state of Georgia, January 1st, 2026. Take care and have a productive week.